are three things that we can learn from the king of pop, Michael Jackson, about building a personal media empire. Now, listen, this is important. I was on a walk this morning with my very lovely life partner, Jamie. And we look over, it's early in the morning, it's dark. We usually go for a walk around 6 a.m., get our coffee, go around the park and all that stuff, right? We look over as we're walking past these apartment complexes, and there's a sign that says, "You are not alone." And there's a camera pointed down at the street watching us. It's kind of a message of like, hey, don't come over here, you know. But the words "you are not alone" took my mind instantly to the classic Michael Jackson song, "You Are Not Alone." And I started singing it, and I am not a good singer. And Jamie is like, what is that? And so I only remembered like 2 lines from it. So I repeated it. I sang it again. I sang those 2 lines, "You are not alone." And she's like, "I have no idea what this is." I'm like, "Really? It's Michael Jackson." She's like, "No clue what you're talking about." Okay, so here's the very first lesson that we can take from Michael Jackson about building your personal media empire. This is an important one because we often think that we are saturating our market with our message. You'll put out your content, you'll do your daily TikToks, and you'll do your daily newsletters, and you'll talk about the same 10, 15 things over and over again, and you're going to think people are everybody knows. You're going to think everybody knows your story after the 1000th time you tell it. And I'm telling you, the king of pop, Michael Jackson, one of his best songs, one of his most popular songs, "You Are Not Alone," had been on the billboards for decades. It was hot when Jamie was in high school, so you can guarantee she heard it. She has no memory of it. It's like it never existed. And so this song that has been heard by millions of people still has not fully saturated the market. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Number one is your story. You think everybody's heard it a million times, and I promise, even the people who've heard it already, they probably haven't heard it, right? It hasn't really seeped into their subconscious yet. Parts of it will resonate. Parts of it, I can remember a couple of lines from this song. I can't remember the whole thing, right? So that's number one. A lot of times we hold ourselves back and we think we need to have more diversity in the content. We need to tell different stories. No, you just need to tell the bangers over and over and over again, which gets us to the second lesson we can take from Mr. Michael Jackson. The second lesson is you keep playing the classics. When I don't go to Michael Jackson concerts because he is dead, and that I don't think he's on tour anymore. I have never been to a Michael Jackson. I have only ever, here's a stunning personal confession. I have only ever been to like 5 concerts. The last 2 concerts I went to, Mumford & Sons back in 2011 at the Red Rocks Stadium, and Evanescence in like 2007. So like I'm not a music guy. Anyway, when I go to those concerts, I want them to play the classics. I want them to play the songs that I know. If I go listen to Bon Jovi, I'm so dating myself right now. Bon Jovi was hot in the 80s when I was a kid. If I go and listen to Bon Jovi, I don't want to hear his new stuff. I want to hear Living on a Prayer, right? I think he did Living on a Prayer. Shot Through the Heart, Love something, whatever. I'm not a music guy. You have your best stories, you have your best content, and it is important that you just keep drumming that beat. You don't need to come up with 1,000 different ideas. What you need to do is you need to come up with 1,000 different ways to talk about the same 10 ideas, right? That is, you have your 10 songs, your 10 classic tracks, and then you figure out, okay, I'm going to do an acoustic version now. Now I'm going to do an a cappella version. This one, I'm going to do a scream version. Like this one, I don't know, we're going to play with a banjo, right? Same song, different execution, rather than 1,000 different songs. So that's number 2. That's the second lesson that you can take from Michael Jackson. Now, here's the thing. Michael Jackson also had like a huge catalog of songs, but I can be relatively certain that if you went to one of his concerts, he was probably, until the day he died, still playing Bad, right? Like that was probably a song that he did. And the same way that Bon Jovi probably still plays Living on a Prayer. Is that even the name of it? I don't remember. Anyway. Okay. Third thing that you can take away from Michael Jackson. Now here is, this is very important, is that Michael Jackson was the king of pop. He was beloved by billions of people. However, he was also accused of being a child pedophiliac, weirdo, crazy person, alien. He had plenty of haters and probably gave people plenty of reasons to hate him. I have no idea. He's innocent until proven guilty, and they never proved anything, so I don't know. A lot of weird things that he did. He was a weird dude, as you can imagine, for somebody that look like that, right? Like when I say look like that, that man went through some transformations, and maybe not for the healthiest of reasons. But despite all that, he still found his tribe of lovers, the people who stood by him and loved everything that he did, his music. He could do no wrong. And when you are building your personal media empire, just remember, you are going to attract haters, and they might even outnumber the lovers. But that's okay, because you're not doing it for the haters, you're doing it for the people who love you. So focus on that. Focus on the positive impact that you're having on the people who resonate with your message. Do not be afraid to alienate and push away the people that that you don't want to be part of that tribe. That's just, if you're trying to be loved by everybody, you will ultimately be loved by nobody. So you need to be polarizing, and to be loved by some, it means you will be hated by others. That's not a reflection of you, it's just a reflection of the world. So take and do what you will with that. So I encourage you, take these 3 lessons from the King of Pop and apply them to your business. Get out there, start building it, start putting out your music, and let the song in your soul sing. Unless you have a voice like me, in which case keep it to yourself and stick to the written word. I'll see you guys in the next episode.